Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host, and we are now going to be heading home. Doobie 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 doo, doobie doo doo, doobie doo doo, doobie doo 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 doo. I think there's only three more businesses I've got contact, and some of them are very slow in responding. I'll have to phone them. I don't want to phone them. I don't like phoning them, but have no choice. Got to sort all the rest of the stuff. I mean, in theory, I can wait with all this stuff until after Mum the thing's sorted out, but after Mum's the probate and everything, but it's far better if I sort it out right now. I'm all about coping strategies, setting things up, making sure they're working in place, so I don't wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning and think, oh, I can't do this. I just realised I haven't slept yet. That may be a problem. Yeah, I'll be okay. I can handle a day without sleep. I had a lot on my mind during the night. My solicitor is very good. One of the reasons that there's so much paperwork, so much having to go around and do stuff. I'm just going to have a drink. Is because of all of Mum's paperwork was destroyed. All her well-sorted files were emptied out onto beds and damaged and burnt, and so what should have been probably quite a simple and easy task. And it's not only that. My mum had a pension with Wedgwood because Dad worked for Wedgwood, and when he died my mum had a widow's pension. Now the thing is, long time ago, the Wedgwood group sold off all of its pensions and that kind of stuff, and was taken over by a different company and taken over by another company, and so on and so forth, which meant that a government created agency to con the pensions so that it was still being paid. But all of the paperwork for that went bye-bye. And there's about that my mum did have a life insurance, but she cancelled it. So I'm pretty sure she cancelled it. I've got the cancellation document. Although I don't know whether she cancelled it to start up a new one, because the paperwork isn't there anymore. So this is where having a solicitor comes in and helps. because let me turn this a bit this way. No, let me turn this up a bit. There, that's better. And I'm going to move this out of the way, and then I can move this up a little longer. Yeah, there. There. And I've got my thingy here. So, a lot of things like that. Yeah, man. So that's why things take so long to get sorted. It's not my mum's fault. My mum had a very simple will set up, and she had all of her paperwork put away before, when she was still able to do stuff like that, before the dementia took hold. It was only the destruction of my mum's paperwork. I've showed pictures before of the cupboard that used to have a lot of her paperwork in, and how all the shelving was ripped out and pulled down, and all the paperwork that was left was just in a pile on the ground inside there. And how the back bedroom, where all the filing cabinets were and her jewellery and everything, was just a complete destroyed mess. It still hurts, that does. You see, because the back bedroom, the guest bedroom, was mine and Paola's bedroom. Because sometimes, to have a little bit of a break, we come to stay with my mum. And so the back bedroom was beautiful. Gorgeous golden bed frame, white and burgundy custom pillow and duvet set, always crisp and brand new. Really nice little set of drawers and everything, all set up for me and Paola. And when I walked into that place after Trevor has passed away, it was literally like not just like a bomb had hit it. It had been turned into a potting shed. The bed was under a sea of soil. I'm not kidding you, a sea of compost and soil. And on top of that was boxes of everything he had bought, just strewn about from baby seats and everything, all weird, all stuff, just the boxes packed on top, and more soil and water damage. And of course we found out that my mum's, let's just go through here. We found out that all my mum's jewellery and everything was gone. And see, that's another thing. I mean, my mum talked to Paola, and it was like Paola didn't want any of the jewellery except for the one medallion that was hers from her grandmother, who was named Paola. Everything else, she said, well, when you pass away, we'll just let us see if the grandchildren want any of it. But that can't ever happen now, because all that legacy, all that stuff that my mum bought, and it was a sizable amount of jewellery, because my mum was very smart. She loved a couple of things. She loved Burberry. She had Burberry bags, Burberry coats, Burberry handbags, Burberry scarves, not fakes, all real. And she loved rose gold and platinum. Just going to have another drink. And so I will never know whether it was Trevor or Lisa. I can only surmise, and because I know what the place looked like before, when the day my mum went into care, I know what it was like. And when I went and checked 6 years later, 6.5 years later, it was just completely destroyed. I wish I had a picture of it. I really wish I had a picture of it. Oh yes, that's a good place for your spot. And so this has all led to this point where there's got to be governmental searches and that. Of course, some of it is done automatically when you sign up for certain websites, and they do all that automatically, but there's certain things that aren't, like private companies and that. And that's where legwork and paperwork and having to make copies and death certificates and trying to find out. Because some of these companies that were sending money into my mum's account were completely, it was just a 3-letter reference, and that's it. A 3-letter reference, nothing else. So yeah, this is why it's not a fun thing. It would have been very simple. Whee! Almost home. My sister is right. About sorting it earlier and not waiting until the probate. Some of the stuff has to be waited till probate, but some of the stuff we can sort beforehand. The thing is, before probate can go in officially, I have to have a complete list of mum's assets, so I have to make sure that there's nothing missing. Because let's say I do the probate, and then later on we find a asset or an amount of cash in something, then we'd have to redo it. So yes. Sorry, I'm not trying to complain about stuff at the moment. Anyway, I will say goodbye now, and I will upload these later.